today is 10/28. Anything?
Doctor, also
Yes.
go over number 2.
SAT. Which package? This package?
Yes.
In future, just raise hand. It's so easy. Hop, it goes my database. Number 2. What we have number 2? Again, if you understand basic idea, all this question very easy. Let me illustrate it by graph. So far we have some graph here. And we have, this is origin, this is x, this is y, and this is, if you look on this graph, it's 2, right, it's 2. And which the following rational function would represent the graph shown. So first of all, why we have this point excluded? The reason is in the denominator, when x equals to 2, the denominator is supposed to be 0 in function undefined. Look where x equals to 2 in the denominator. We have few options. And for instance, I can do with one of them, d, for instance. We have r of x, okay, equals to 3x minus 6 divided by x minus 2. In Europe, when you solve a problem, you have students from Europe, you start from ODZ. In the United States, use range. ODZ, область допустимых значений, some restrictions, range. In range, x not equals to 2, because the denominator equals to would be 0. If not equals to 2, you can simplify. For instance, 3 times x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. X minus 2 cancel out. You get function r of x equals to 3. R of x equals to 3, this is 3. This is line r of x, which parallel to x-axis. Only one restrictions. X cannot be equals to 2. So when you have a whole, especially students who are taking calculus, in calculus A, B, and BC, we have a lot of questions related to limits, right? And continuity function. This is one of key questions here. Function undefined because it's whole. Who understand this 100%? 100. This is a nice simple example. Who does not understand? Ask me question. I explain again. If you understand this, actually the rest of these questions very derivative from this. Again, undefined, make whole. You have to find this function after simplification, this one. You can make division, but this is probably the fastest. Again, I will explain. If you have any question, ask me before I raise this.
Dr. Farber, so you in the scenario where the function is 0 and you're given this equation, you have to cancel out you have to make the denominator 0?
You have to write a restriction when function does not exist. Function we have before 2017, we had in SAT 2 capital punishment. One capital punishment, division by 0. Okay, no way to divide by 0. And the second was square root of negative. But now they include in this curriculum complex numbers. So square root of negative is not capital punishment. Only one we have, division by 0. Any problem you solve, you have to check if the denominator not equal to 0. When it's equal to 0, when x equals to 2. If you divide by 0, you get infinity. Function does not exist in this case. Did I answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
If it doesn't exist, you don't have this value. Number 3. Again, without hesitation, ask me. In number 3, what we have here, 3x plus 6, and write it down together with me, 3x times 4x plus 5 times x minus 1. For what value of expression, this expression, function undefined? The same question actually. When function undefined, when denominator equals to 0. So you can write this is 3x times 4x plus 5 x minus 5 when it's equals to 0, function undefined, because you have to divide this by 0, which is impossible. When it's equal to 0, 3 terms, either x equals to 0, this guy, or 4x plus 5 equals to 0, this guy, or x minus 5 equals to 0, this guy. Minus 5 minus 5, break down for x, cancel out, equals to negative 5, divide by 4 most parts, plus 5 plus 5, bring down x, cancel out, equals to 5. So when, and look at this multiple choice, when either of these answers right, or you have this 8 here, this 8, I will look, this is 8, 8, and here on cut is 8, 8, 8, 8. So this is negative 2. So wherever you have here, just write neatly this example. Either this one, or this one, function undefined, because otherwise you divide it by 0. Who understand 100% this one? Can you see it's practically the same question like before, just different numbers? Different. Who has questions? Nobody has question. Easy, isn't it? Okay. Number 4. Number 4. For number 4, y not equals to z. xy what is it, minus zx divided by z minus y. They ask you to simplify. Why they use y not equals to z? Because if y equals to z, function undefined, you can divide by 0. This is smart. Now, how to simplify? They ask you actually simplify. Find commonalities, which is x. Factorize y minus z and divide by z minus y. If you look at this, it's practically look very similar, only different sign, right? I show technique how to do this. Very common technique. I write in the numerator like it is. This is z. And the denominator I can multiply by 1. Can I multiply this by 1? Yes, identity property of multiplication. But 1 is very smart in this case. 1 is negative 1 times negative 1. I delivered all these steps. Instead of this 1, I write negative 1 times negative 1 times z minus y equals Numerator like it is. This -1 I leave like it is. You do it mentally, just show one time. And when you multiply by -1 distributive, you switch sign to opposite. What do you get? -1 times z, it would be -z. -1 times -y, it would be y. Now, this and this I cancel out. X divided by -1 is -x. Again, when you see something very familiar, you're not supposed to do these steps. But keep in mind, in order to switch sign, you multiply by -1, change sign. And after that, multiply by -1 again. So you have to, you have experience, you do it, man. I never do like this, but this is only for explanation. Who understand this 100%? 100. I need hands, everybody hands up. Islam, Marius. For me, it's signal you're not listening. Marius, Oleg. Oleg, you with me? Marius. Wanna get rid of that? Thank you. 2 seconds, put your hands down. I give you a chance to go in bathroom, but not right now. Very fast. We have many questions. Okay. For instance, number 5, let me erase. So why explaining? Because you asked, I explain. 5. When you have x squared minus 10, what is it? X minus 24 divided by what? By x plus 2. And you see, they did correctly, professional way. X not equals to -2. You know the denominator not to be equals to 0. And they ask you to simplify this. So you can use long division, or you can use Francois-Vieta theorem to simplify. Because according you have the roots, and roots are whole numbers, integer actually. X minus 12 times x plus 2 divided by x plus 2. How I know? -12 times 2 is -24. -12 plus 2 is -10. I factorized like you did in 7th grade using Francois-Vieta theorem. After that, simplify. You get this also.
Dr. Farber, what is this theorem you were talking about?
Francois-Vieta. If you have equation, listen. X squared plus 2 equals to 0. Very powerful. You know how he look like? One of my colleagues, he sent me a stamp and picture of this stamp. He is professor in Kyiv University. They publish this stamp posts for envelopes. And that's how he look like. Francois-Vieta.
Okay, thank you.
And his idea was, he was bookkeeper, but he loved math, and he found, in order to solve this equation, make 2 pair of parentheses, put x's, and find 2 roots in this second part. Product of 2 roots supposed to be equals to 2, let's say +1 and +2, and the sum supposed to be equals to 3. That's how you factorize using Francois-Vieta theorem. Did that answer your question?
Thank you.
He did it beginning of 1600 something. Number 6. Number 6. Given a equals to plus minus 1 over 2. Which the following is equivalent to a to the second plus 5a minus 3 divided by 4 a squared minus 1. You can again apply François-Vieta theorem. Since the first coefficient is 2, you can apply this theorem. It will be 2a, close parentheses, a. Why? Because 2a times a is 2a squared. You can use a and a. And for this formula, I just remind, take different color. And everybody knows this formula. A squared minus b squared equals a minus b times a plus b. Remember this. This how I factorize denominator. All right, I close it. And think this is negative 1 and plus 2. How to check if I factorize correctly? Negative 1 and plus probably 3. Negative times 3 is negative 3. And you check the first coefficient, this 2 and this 2. 2a times 3 is 6a. Negative 1 times a is negative a. 6a plus negative a, it would be 5a. That's how we check if you factorize correctly. So we factorize it correctly. Product give you negative 3, and the sum, if you use this approach, give you 5. What about the denominator? The denominator I factorize by this way. It would be 2a minus 1 times 2a plus 1. And after that, 2a minus 1 and 2a minus 1 cancel out. And what is left? What kind of answer we have? A plus 3 divided by 2a plus 1. Yes. So good idea to factorize. Everywhere we use factorial. You can use long division, but this is faster. Well, Mubina, can you speak out loud? Because you wrote, if I read everything, we will not cover all this. If you have questions, don't be shy, just ask me a question. Okay, good. Try to make a microphone, because otherwise, if I read this, we hardly cover this topic, okay? But anyway, who has questions about this? Raise your hand. Or ask me questions. Microphone. Oh, let me see why. We unmuted everybody actually. Yeah, some reason you muted. Okay.
No, I'm unmuted. Thank you.
Welcome. Ask question. If you have a question before I raise, ask any question. This was number 6. Number 6, I believe, right? 6. Why they ask you that a is not equals to? Because otherwise the denominator would be what? 0. Number 7, very fast. What we have in number 7? Number 7. This is very important topic because this is just technique. Zero creativity in these examples. We have 1 divided by 1 over x minus 4 minus 1 over x plus 6 for the following equivalent. Well, how you subtract two fractions? LCD. This I multiply by x plus 6. And this by x minus 4. LCD, like we did in first grade, always variables equals. I do it slowly. X plus 6 minus. You not override many times, minus in front, this would be x minus 4. It would be minus x minus minus plus 4. Divide by x minus 4 times x plus 6. So far, so good. Now, combine like terms. X minus x, cancel out. 6 plus 4 is 10. Right here, and you do 1 over 10 divided by x, in this case, minus 4 times x. You don't need so much help. Now, how you divide two fractions? Keep, change, flip. It means this multiplied by upside down. It is same x minus 4 times x plus 6 divided by 10. You can write an expanded form if they ask you. Expanded. Apply distributive of polar rule. It would be x to the second plus 6x minus 4x and minus 24 over 10. Combine like terms, it will be x squared plus 2x minus 24 divided by 10. If you have any question, ask me. It was number 7, number 8. No questions? Can I move to the next one? Okay, good. Number 8. Eight, 2 over x plus 1 minus x over 6 equals to 0. X1 equals two valid solutions. And you have to find x1 plus x2. Okay. LCD, this is home 6. This x plus 1. 12 minus x times x plus 1 divided by 6 times x plus 1 equals to 0. You have to make restrictions. X never equals to -1. After that, apply distributive. It would be 12 minus x squared minus x, 6 times x plus 1. Or negative x squared minus x minus 12 over 6 times x plus 1 equals to 0. If this equals to 0, only because of numerator equals to 0. Immediately multiply both part by -1. I want to get rid of this bunch of negative. What I'll get? I got x to the second, the first one, plus x plus 12, okay, plus this is plus 12, minus 12, because of the plus. And this numerator is supposed to be equals to 0, right? Equals to 0. You can factorize it. It would be x plus 4, right here. X plus 4 times x minus 3 equals to 0. 4 times negative 3, negative 12. 4 minus 3 is 1, yes. So either x equals to negative 4 or x equals to 3. Okay, but keep in mind, okay, what we have here. This one is negative 4 and 3. They ask you to find x1 plus x2. x1 plus x2, this is our goal, equals to negative 4 plus 3, which is negative 1. If you look multiple choice, this is A. Okay. Actually, you have to be sure. In Europe, if you solve any problem at the beginning, you have to write step number 1. X plus 1 not equals to 0. And x not equals to negative 1. Be sure. But here we don't have this any problems. Any questions, students? If you have any question, ask me. Evelyn, you have questions? Oleg? No questions. Okay, good. Yes.
How do we remove 6 parentheses x plus 1 parentheses end?
Well, you can write this. We don't remove. The logic is fraction equals to 0 if the denominator not equal to 0. If the denominator equals to 0, system has no solution undefined. Only when you have what? Numerator equal to 0. I just simplify a little bit my steps.
Okay, got it.
Because 0 divided by any number, not 0, yet you get what? 0. Just simply, you can write this, I don't mind. But that's how it works. Simple logic. Okay. Well, number 9 very fast. Two m plus n divided by 2n equals to 3 over 4. Which of is supposed to be if also true? Well, look at this multiple choice. Actually, you're supposed to do what? Cross multiplication, right? I'm looking if you can do it faster. If you can do cross multiplication, is straightforward, but also you can use, I look the multiple choice what we have. Look at this. I do it faster. So everyone knows how to use cross, but it's faster. I use, like you did in 3rd grade, butterfly rule. So you have 2m over 2n cancel out, plus n over 2n cancel out, equals to 3 over 4. What we get here? M over n equals, and let me subtract 1 over 2 from both sides to save space. Equals 3 over 4 minus 1 over 2. LCD is 4. This is 2, this is 1. So 3 minus 2 is 1. over 4. Okay, this is faster. If you need, I show cross multiplication as well, but this is faster. Always look for 1 second for multiple choice we have. Use butterfly rule, like you look like butterfly, right? So far so good, a little bit faster. Okay, so far so good. No questions, right? Next is, it was number 9. I'm gonna go through most class questions. If you still have questions, return to less class questions. Okay. Many should ask number 12. Again, first of all, most after that, return to any of this question. Well, g of x equals to what? Be careful if I wrote correctly. -2 x squared minus 6x minus 12 plus 3 times k minus x. This is evenly, I wrote very correctly, right? Evenly divisible by x. Then what is value of k? Well, if it's divisible by x, first of all, you can open parentheses. Is it x? Let me check if I wrote correct. No, I wrote it wrong. It's 2x squared. Let me check again. Yes, I wrote correct. Let me simplify. I open parentheses. It will be what? -2x squared plus 12x plus 24 plus 3k minus 3x. Or this is divisible, right? You can combine like terms. I use a little bit space here to save time. -2x squared 12x minus 3x is plus 9x plus 24 plus 3k, right? We have. And you have to divide the answer by what? By x. Let's divide by x. This is division. Okay. You have -2x. -2x times x is -2x to the second power. Subtract 1 division. This is 0. Bring down 9x. Okay. It's divisible by x, right? 9x. 9x plus 9. 9 times x. 9x. Bring down, and this, look at this. This term is x squared. This term, generally speaking, any polynomial represents ax squared plus bx plus c. This is my c, these two guys. Y, term without x. So it's supposed to bring them, this is c down, the next one. 24 plus 3k. And this is my remainder. But they said that evenly divisible What does it mean divisible? It means a remainder equals to 0, right? If not equals to 0, not evenly divisible. And this is remainder. So the next step, right here, right over there. So in order it's evenly divisible, 24 plus 3k must be equals to 0. Negative 24 and minus 24, I got 3k equals to negative 24 divided by 3 most parts, and k equals to negative 8. When k equals to negative 8, in this case, this expression evenly divisible by x. What I did here, just use long division, nothing else. If you have any question, ask me. Typical question. I have seen tons of time in different tests, specifically on this SAT. Who understand up to this point 100% everything? Theodore, Oleg. Oleg, you here or not? So assume nobody passed this test. Passing score is 95 minimum. Why? Because this Guga Gaga, it's not something advanced. It's beginning, just operating with polynomials. It just like make comparison, like in school multiplication table. Because if you don't know how to operate with polynomials, how you can cover everything based on this on the top. So this is my minimum 95. I just spent 1 minute to tell you, you know durability. Who knows about durability theory? Put your hands down. If you go to math engineering school, you study durability theory. This is part of math, applied math, which studied durability. For instance, you have computers, and any company has department for durability, right? And how they count durability? They study durability of hard drive. Pretend this is 90%. CPU, 90%. Motherboard, 90%. Very roughly, it's approximately. Durability of system is product of durability of elements. If you have hard drive, 90%, 0.9. If you have CPU, 0.9, you multiply, you get 0.81. If you have all this not top quality, you have garbage computer made in China. The similar idea for knowledge. If you have this 0.9 for this topic, 0.9 for another topic, and this is a foundation. It's not some extra topic where you rarely use. Every time they use this. So you can get perfect score because this is in foundation. That's why I don't expect that somebody fool around here in the class. Only question some student writing about bathroom. I don't mind. Let's go to bathroom for 2 minutes. Come back, raise your hand, and we continue. Okay, put your hands down. Go to bathroom, come back, raise your hand, we continue. This is very important. This is supposed to be like 100%. One, durability of one of this stuff. Come back waiting for you.
Dr. Farber,
Yes, Alyssa.
I see you took the 24 plus 3k and made it equivalent to 0. So when are you able to decide when to take out part of the equation and make it equal to 0?
It's not part of the equation. It's remainder.
Remainder. Oh, so this is the, okay, I see.
In other system is divisible by number. Remainder must be equal to 0. Is
I
9
see, it's
divisible
okay.
by 4?
Thank you.
Is 9 divisible by 4?
No.
Because remainder is 1. Is 8
Yep.
divisible by 4?
Yes.
Because remainder is 0.
Okay, thank you.
Better to go to bathroom soon because we have a lot of stuff that we have to cover. Okay. Well, some students ask before this small break about why make it 0? Because this is my remainder. Another number supposed to be divisible This is dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder. You know that dividend will be divisible by divisor, remainder must be equal to 0. Otherwise, it's against the rule. Otherwise, not. Another problem very similar to this. I leave this one for you. Also, many students ask me. Number 14. 14. It's very similar. I use a space, and they ask you. It's pretty much the same. What is it? What I'm gonna do? I only change sign to opposite. They have two expressions with expression a divided by b. I multiply this by -1 and this by -1, right? To save space and time. So instead of this, I multiply dividend by -1. Better to operate with positive number. I'll get what? 2x to the third. What is next? Plus 2x squared. Minus, it would be minus 27x. And plus 30, since I multiply by -1. And if I divide with divisor by -1, I will get x minus 2. Why? Because you can multiply numerator and denominator by the same value. Now let's divide it together. Well, 2x cubed and x. 2x squared. 2x squared times x is 2x cubed. I do it slowly. Minus. Cancel all of them, right? And minus 4x squared. To multiply by, I just write in one. And minus 4x squared. Keep in mind, if I subtract this from this, I simplify this one. 2x squared minus -x squared. It would be 6x squared. Okay, and bring the next one. Minus 20, minus 27x. Well, this is x minus 2, so I have to multiply it by 6x. 6x times x, 6x to the second. 6x times -2 minus 12x. So far, so good. Subtract. Cancel out. -27 minus negative, it's the same like plus 12. It will be -15x. Bring down 30. This x, this is -15x. I multiply everything by -15. -15 times x. -15x. -15 times -2 is plus 30. The same minus the same is 0. And they ask you to find this quotient. Okay. What is remainder? They ask you about remainder. Remainder equals to 0. In this case, why I put together? This is 0. I made this 0. Two different examples, but actually the same behind the scene technique. Any questions, students? If you have any questions, ask me. Michelle, any questions about this?
No.
Okay, good. Next. Number. Let me see by numbers. Yes, 15 many students. Oh, 15. This is a work one. Who would like to read number 15? Alisa, raising hand 15 out loud, please.
Professors Lambert and Stassen team teach an advanced psychology class. Their students recently took their final exams, and the professors are preparing to grade them. Professor Strassen predicts that if she graded all the exams, she would take 50% more time than Professor Lambert would if he graded all the exams. They estimate that it takes them 40 hours to grade all the exams if they grade together. Which of the following equations best represents the situation described?
Thank you. Be careful, student. They have one trick. I show a method which impossible to be tricked at all in this kind of questions. We do slowly. I believe even in this package we had few of these examples. I remember it's something else. So what are you supposed to do? I name it symmetrical two-way approach. This is number 15. They said that this professor had 50% more time than Professor Lambert would. Okay, so if it was 100% preliminary job plus 50%, which is 150%, which is 1.5, which is 3/2. I usually, when I operate with percentage, I convert this to number. Easy operate with. After that, be careful. This is working together. Read line by line. Usually, when you create matrices, we go from left to right. In this kind of questions, you have to go to both directions, both. Because they know psychologically what you do and they do opposite. And we name it psychological inertia. Look at this. You'll see what I mean. We have two people. Let me pretend this. Here we have Lambert. And we had, remember our English professor from Berkeley, Dr. Lambert. And second is what his name is, Stassen. The second is Stassen. Usually we do in one line here. Time working alone, part of job in one unit of time. But in this case, we go to two directions. Left and right. Okay, what we have? Time alone. In hours. It's time alone in hours when he works alone. And part of job can be done. Part of job can be done in 1 hour. And go to the left exactly the same. Time alone. In hours. And part of job in 1 hour. Lumber. T. Okay. The 10 is usually we have. I choose Professor Lambert for X. And since he is faster, it means when faster, time is smaller, right? Don't be confused with this one. Process is faster, time is smaller. And this will be 3/2 of X. Part of job. Make reciprocal. If you can eat pizza for 7 hours, so 1 hour you eat 1/7 part of pizza. This would be 1/x. And this would be 1 divided by 3x over 2, or 2 over 3x. Pretend you do all of this way. You don't practice simultaneously two sides. Okay? And they said here, they said that, what is this number? 40 hours. This given 40 hours. Okay, what we have here? Working together. I make a little bit more. Together in 1 hour, it would be 1 over x plus 2 over 3x's. And they said, since this 40 hours, they said it will be 1 over 40. Well, if you look at multiple choice, you see on the top of this x we have 2. I multiply everything by 2. This equation I have what? 2 over x plus 4 over 3x's equals to 1 over 20. Okay. And you look at multiple choice, you don't have an answers. You spend time, and there is no such answer. Why? Because they trick you. If you do simultaneously to the same with the left part.
Dr. Farber,
Yes.
why did you multiply it by 2?
I multiply by 2. If you look at multiple choices to see the structure, look at this. This similar, I get similar to we have in B, right? Look at this, B.
Mm-hmm.
So x in the denominator. In numerator, we have 2. An equation you can multiply by any value if you multiply both parts. In order to see what number is correct, I want to modify it to closer to multiple choice.
Okay.
Okay. Why we did it wrong? Because, and you can tell what is it, but let's change variables here. Pretend I see what we have. If this is x, okay, and this is faster, you have to divide it by 3 over 2, and you get 2x over 3. It depends what you choose, either this x or this x. This is faster, this is slower. Slower, it's 1 coefficient, and this is less than 1, faster. Well, let's do reciprocal. Part of job in 1 hour is 1 over x, and this upside down, 3 over 2x. So far, so good. Now, do the same step together in 1 hour. We have 1 over x plus 3 over 2 over x. And this equals to the same 40 hours, right? The same 40 is 1 over 40. To approach this example to multiple choices, I multiply by 2. What I'll get? 2 over x, 2 over x, plus 2 and 2 cancel out. I'll get 3 over x, right? 2 goes into 40 20 times, 1 over 20. If you look at this multiple choice, there's a 100% B. Absolutely matching this B. So when you have this question working together and you have just number in multiple choice, use one part. You don't need to do the second part. But if they give you some expression like this, operate with 2 parts. 2 parts at the same time. Yes, question.
Isn't that? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, thank you.
They use this trick many times because usually when you you prepare to do this way. And you can get correct answer. And time is losing here. So two ways. To understand this coefficient, 100. Keep in mind, it's very. You will not read about this in any books. It's from my book. Okay. Number 16. It's very similar, number 16, right? Who will read number 16? Daniel K.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
It's the one using a riding lawnmower, right? Using a riding lawnmower, Joey can cut his lawn in 45 minutes. Using a push mower, Joey's son can cut the lawn in 3 hours. If they work together, how long will it take them to cut the lawn?
Thank you. So we have, for this, you don't have this expression in multiple choice. Use one part. Go to from right to left. For instance, I make it short, riding lawnmower, and this is push lawnmower. You can write using more words for this, but this is riding and this is pushing. What we know, working alone, time, working alone, minutes. You can use in hours for it, but also in minutes using. Part of job exactly the same in 1 minute. Now, right, what we have? 45 minutes. And this 3 hours, 3 times 60, which is 180 minutes. You have to have the same unit of measurement, 180 minutes. Part of job in 1 hour, reciprocal, is 1 over 45 and 1 over 180. Okay? Together in 1 hour. One over 45 plus 1 over 180. LCD, this would be what? 45. We have to have this 4, and this is 1, and they said, let me do this arithmetic. 4 plus 1 is 5, over 180 is 1 over 36. If every day you can eat 1 over 7 parts of pizza, how many days last to eat this pizza? 7. How we did it? Entire job, entire pizza divided by 1 over 7. That's always we do, right? So since this 1 over 36, what we're supposed to do? Entire job, you divide by 1 over 36, keep change flip, you got 36 minutes. A very similar typical question for working together. If you remember, we did this kind of questions for Mark Twain prep. Remember? Very similar, only instead of this long Tom Sawyer paint this fence for 27, for 45 minutes, and Gecko and Finn for 180 minutes. The same for your 4th, 5th grade. It's not challenging questions here. Not even polynomials here. Okay, good. This is 16. Next, you ask me for 17 as well. Let me go to 17. 17. Number 17. You have this drawing. this drawing, and this is k. Okay, this k plus 1. Visual polynomial express area of trapezoid. Well, if this is k, this is k. If this is 2k, this is 2k. An area of trapezoid, fourth grade, area of trapezoid, base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiplied by 5. Or k plus 2k divided by 2 multiplied by k plus 1. Well, soon you can do by yourself. Just open parentheses and simplify. You get the answer. If you need this, put your hands down. I'll do this. Just open parentheses here, nothing else. Put your hands down. Who need this? I will go over to this stuff. Can you put hands down? Everybody. Marius, Daniel, Daniela. Who need help to open these parentheses? Okay. Good. They ask you to, and they give you multiple choice for this. K plus 2k, what is it? 3k over 2 multiplied by k plus 1. I'll look into multiple choice what we have. Okay. 3k squared plus 3k over 2. If you look multiple choice, this is B. Why look at multiple choice? So you're looking for format because sometimes this could be the answer. Okay, questions, students? Okay. The next. We should ask 19. 19. In 19, nine x to the second divided by 3x minus 2. Written form, it means equals a plus 4 over 3x minus 2. And they ask you, with the following a in terms of x. Actually, they ask you to find a. What equation? Minus 4 over 3x minus 2 and minus 4 over 3x minus 2 from both sides. Since they have the same denominator, I can write 9x squared minus 4 divided by 3x minus 2 equals to a. And cancel out. Or I go this way. Remember a squared minus b squared? I will have 3x minus 2 times 3x plus 2 divided by 3x minus 2. Cancel out. And this would be the answer. Only have to have restrictions here if you do it perfectly. This guy never equals to what? 0. This would be the answer. 3x plus. Icon United States category, they name this part hard questions. Very hard. Gugagaga question. Okay, many students ask number 20. 20. If you're not asking me, yeah, I expect that you understand everything. Number 20. I need more room here because it's look quite big here. P of x equals, what is it? 6x squared plus 7x and minus 2. And q of x equals 2x squared plus 7x minus 1. And they give you is divisible by 2x plus 5 by 2x plus 5. You have few multiple choices. A, we have r of x equals p of x plus q of x. I leave some room here. B, r of x equals 2p of x plus q of x. C, r of x equals p of x plus 3q of x. And G, r of x equals to 2p of x plus 3q of x. And the question is, which the following polynomial function is divisible by 2x plus 5? Okay, look at this, what we have. If we have trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c, let's name it r of x. And this is our dividend. And this is divisor. In order, they started with you from this package, started before. In order they're supposed to be divisible, this constant term without x supposed to go into this constant term without remainder. Okay, evenly divisible. So let me see what we have here. I don't care what I have here because responsible for this is this constant term. Like 9 divide, give example today. 9 divided by 4, not divisible because the remainder equals to 0. Remainder equals to 1. But if you have 8 divided by 4, divisible remainder equals to 0. Now look at this. I only care, let me put these two guys in square. So I only care about these two guys. One and another one. And compare to this one. So again, instead of writing, you don't have enough time for this. Instead of writing all this stuff, what you're supposed to do? I take, this is p of x. Of p of x, I took negative 2. Blah, blah, blah. Negative 2. And this I take plus, you see this plus? Negative 1, which is negative 3. Is negative 3 divisible by 5? No. Garbage. Is 2 times -2 plus -1 would be -4 plus -1, -5. Is -5 divisible by 5? Yes, could be. What question mark? Check this one. P of x. I will take this -2 plus 3, and Q of x, I have -1. -2 plus -3 equals to -5. Could be. I check all candidates right now. Is 2 times -2 plus 3 times -1, which is -4 minus 3, -7. Is -7 divisible by 5? No. So we have so far two candidates. Easy, so we simplify, but I don't know which one. You have to check. How to check? This is a different story. You can divide this, what we have here. So far, so good. Any of these. For instance, P of x plus 3Q of x. What we have? P of x, I write here. P of x, I make small letter, plus 3Q of x. I check one of this. It is 6x squared plus 7x minus 2 plus 3, I write here, plus 3 times 2x squared plus 7x minus 1. Open parentheses, combine like terms. What I'll get? 6x squared plus 7x minus 2 plus 6x squared plus 21x minus 3. Now combine like terms. 12x squared. 12x squared plus, this is 21, just a second. If I multiply 21x, 3 times 7x. 7x plus 21x plus 28x. And minus 3, the minus 3 is -5. Well, we get these trinomials. I use the space and try to squeeze it over there. Okay. Is 12 x squared. I don't know. You see this? Maybe erase some of this. I need more room. No questions about this part? So we found two candidates. After that, instead of operating with all of them, I check these two candidates. One of them is supposed to be correct. So we have 12x squared plus 28x minus 5 divided by 2x plus 5. So this is supposed to be 6x. It will be 12x squared plus 30x. Subtract. After subtraction, you get what? After subtraction, you get -2x and minus 5. And if you multiply this by -1, you get exactly the same. Bingo. This answer what I use. C, whatever, is the answer. But you see, I spent much less time for this. eliminating most of them. The same way you're supposed to check D. If you're not lucky, it's not equals, you're starting from D. Check C exactly the same manner. Constant is 100%. So practically I explain this package based on mostly class questions. But if you have any question from here, still have question, ask me from this package so far. Well, no questions. Let me go through, we have a few more questions from different packages. So I understand that's easy, right? But you have to develop your skill such a way that do this without thinking, semi-automatically. Package type tip 10, number 1. Tip 10, 10 mark. The one we have, make a picture, 10, 1. We have Cartesian coordinates. We have a parabola. I know this. We have a line. And there are point B and what is it, C. And this is 4. No, this is A. And this is D. Okay. And that's y equals to x plus 1. And this is y parabola equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5. Okay. They ask you to find area quadrilateral of this trapezoid. Well, we have to find point of intersection. Did I refer to this? If two lines they have common point, you can make this equal to each other. Step number 1. X squared minus 4x plus 5 equals to x plus 1. Minus x minus x minus 1 minus 1. You get x squared minus 5x plus 4 equals to 0. After that, you factorize it. Product equals to, it would be -1 and -4. Consolidate x minus 1 times x minus 4 equals to 0. X equals to 1 or x equals to 4. So this is 1 and this is 4. Well, now how to find value of this one? Of this one, with this value. Easy, plug in y. When x equals to 1, y equals to x plus 1. I plug in here. 1 plus 1, which is 2. So this is 2, right? You can plug into parabola, this is a little bit faster. And when this x1, y1, x2, y2 equals to 4 plus 1, which is 5. And this is 5. And this is 4, this is 1. So this height equals to 4 minus 1, which is 3. After that, you do the same like we did today. Area of trapezoid, base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiplied by height. Base 1 is 2. Base 2 is 5. It's not minus, it's just I showed this is 5. Divided by 2 and multiplied by height, which is 3. If you multiply, get answer. So question student, in this you have to solve equation and find point of intersection.
How did you get the height?
Sorry?
How did you get the height?
Height, this one.
Yes.
If this is 4, this is 1. 4 minus 1, 3. Length of segment. Look at this. You have this is 0.4 and this is 0.1. What is distance between these 2 points? Delta equals to 4 minus 1, which is 3. So far, so good?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Number 2. Again, what is good of this tips? All questions with tip taken from real SAT for previous years. Number 2. We have 2 equations. And y equals to x squared minus x minus 12. And y equals to 3x. How many solutions does the system equation have? So make them equals to each other. X squared minus x minus 12 equals to 3x. Minus 3x minus 3x. And x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals to 0. Okay. So just factorize, you can do like we did today. If this is 12, this is 4, you can use 6 and 2, right? X negative 6 and x plus 2 equals to 0. So negative 12 and plus 4, 2 solutions. Or you can do, if you have more challenging with parameters, what you're supposed to do? You count discriminant. You remember b squared minus 4ac. If in quadratic formula, I just remind you this. If you have equation general, this is in general form, when you have quadratic formula, and this guy we name discriminant. B squared minus 4ac. If this is greater than 0, we have 2 solutions. When it's equals to 0, 1 solution. If it's less than 0, no real solutions, only complex. So either one. This is much more powerful. For this simple example, this is enough. Everybody, 100%? Again, always read what they give you the explanation here, and we have a few more questions related to the second part. Again, if you have any question, ask me. This second part for this 12, let me find the second part. My students, my suggestion, students, suggestion, develop your skill. It helps you everywhere. Because this is foundation. Number, let me find the smallest number you have here is the number 12. I did it right. What is the number 12? Have no remainder. We already did this. It's just different numbers. In order to find have no remainder, you, for instance, use long division. And we do this. We do. Very similar. Number 12. What we have? Only keep in mind, very often they miss some coefficient here. Look at this. It's given 3x to the fourth plus 4x to the third minus 6x plus c. And you're supposed to divide it by x minus 2. Okay, we have some gaps here. And instead of these gaps, some numbers, some coefficient. Let me write. It will be 3x to the fourth plus 4x to the third plus. I use red color to stick it, not to forget. Plus 0x squared. This is the thing. You have to have continuous numbers, not with breaks. Minus 6x plus c. Like this, right? And now divide it by x minus 2 like you did today. Let's do it slowly. First of all, it will be 3x cubed. I will erase this one. I need more room. 3x cubed. 3x cubed times x is 3x to the fourth. 3x cubed times negative 2, you have negative 6x cubed. So far, so good. Subtract. After subtracting, cancel out this. And 6 is minus. The minus in front. 4 minus minus would be 10. 10x cubed. And bring another term. 0x to the second. Okay. And next is 10x to the second times x. It will be 10x cubed minus 20x to the second. Subtract. Cancel out. 0. Nobody cares. Change sign. Minus 20. You have 20x to the second. Bring next number. Minus 6x. So this is x. And next supposed to be 20x plus 20x. Why? Because 20x times x, 20x to the second. 20x times negative 2 is negative 40x. You subtract, cancel out. Minus minus give you plus, it would be negative 6 plus 40. Okay, it would be what? 34x's. Plus c. Bring down. Okay. How get 34x's? Just add this 34. And 34 times x, I don't know if you see this. Can you see here? I write over there. 34x. Yes, it's 34x. 34x minus 68. You subtract. 34x cancel out. Minus 1 will give you plus. You get c plus, okay, we have plus c or minus c. This originally we have negative c, right? Negative c. I will look this. Negative c. I look, yes, negative c. And this is negative c. Negative c plus 68. Another number like we did today, exactly. Remainder must be equals to 0. Negative c plus 68 must be equals to 0. Minus 68 minus 68 negative c cancel out equals to negative 68, or c supposed to multiply by negative 1, c equals to 68. Okay, if you have any question, ask me. Key thing here, just put here a placeholder and just long division here. To understand up to this point, I know we are about out of time, but I want to explain you everything. Who has questions? Put your hands down. Well, next is many students ask number 13. What is number 13? Number 13. What we have, who read number 13? This is actual work problem. Number 13. Problem Oleg. 13.
One second. Number 13. Isabel is planting new spring bulbs in her flower beds. She can plant 50 bulbs in 40 minutes. If her friend Richard helps her plant bulbs, then the number of bulbs she can plant in 40 minutes is increased by 44%. If Isabel has 120 bulbs to plant, which of the following equations would allow her to determine T, the time it will take to complete the job if Richard helps?
Okay, thank you. Bit it's similar to this. Only here we have a little bit. Number 13. We have two people. Isabel, and the second one they said is Richard. In previous, they give you already items per 1 unit of measurement. In this case, they said time alone, let me put this, time alone for 1 bulb. How to get this? Easy. Look at this. They said that the first one, 50 bulb in 40 minutes. It means 1 bulb would be 40 minutes over 50, or 4 over 5. So far, so good. What about Richard? Richard is 40. Divided by, they said, look at this, I do preliminary, 44%. 44% is the same like 0.44. Of this time is 0.44 times 50. Okay. So this actually 0.44 times 50. If you multiply, what is it? It would be 2.2, right? 220 minus 2.2. Okay. 0.4 times 50. This would be for 22 in this case. 22. Over 22. What I did, I used time for this amount, 44% of this amount. It would be 22. I just counted. Well, I can simplify it the same like 20 over 11. Okay. Like we did, reciprocal. Part of job for 1 bulb in this case. It would be reciprocal, 5 over 4. And this 11 over 20. Exactly what we did before. And if you work part of job, if you can working together, Isabel can do 5 over 4 part of job, and Richard 11 over 20. And keep in mind this set, in this case, they have 120 bulbs. 120 bulbs in time t minutes equals 120 over t. Very similar what we have here. Okay. So far so good. Easy. Because this is bulbs. Look at this. This is bulbs. This is bulbs. This is minutes. This is bulbs. This is minutes. So minutes, bulbs. Okay, this is bulbs. This is minutes. Very logical. Unit of measurement. How scientists check formulas? Let's say you can Google your formula because nobody got this formula. It's only your formula. Step number one, what I do, I check unit of measurement. If you have huge formula, sometimes few pages, check left and right part. Unit of measurement must match. If left part you have crocodiles and right part apples, so everything is wrong. Now look at this, all units matches, everything is fine. This is the same problem working together. To understand this 100%, 100. Just question of experience. And your student asked me also number 14. 14. Okay, in number 14, also typical questions. All the example not bad. I have tons of different sources, but this example I give you not bad at all. Let me solve this equation together with you. Number 14. You have -4. I need room. I put a little bit up on the top. Some of them easy, but some of them more time and space consuming. -4 over square root of x minus 4. Plus square root of x divided by square root of x plus 3. Just be careful. Equals to -24 divided by x minus square root of x minus 12. Well, we have this kind of equation. Make substitution. Let's say let square root of x equals to any variable. Let's say y. If you put both parts to the second power, you get x equals to y to the second. I get rid in this case of radicals, and after that, in the end, I made some adjustments. So good, let me overwrite this. It would be -4 square root of y minus 4 plus y divided by y plus 3 equals to -24. X equals to y to the second minus y and minus 12. Beautiful. This is simple rational equation, rational equation. So I multiply this by y plus 3, this by y minus 4. Okay. And y plus 3 times, you can factorize. This is the same like y plus 3. This is y plus 3 times y minus 4. How do you know? 3 times -4 is -12. -4 plus 3, -1. Yes, so nothing you have to multiply. Now, I do it mentally this. -4 times y. It will be -4y to save space and time. -12 plus y squared minus 4y divided by y minus 4 times y plus 3 equals to, you know what, I add to both parts the same value. Okay, to save time, because the denominator is the same. If I add here and there, right part I get 0, and here I have 24. So what I did, I add this term to both parts. Since they have the same denominator, I added 24 to numerator. Now combine like terms. We have y to the second minus 4y and minus 4y minus 8y minus 12 and plus 24 plus 12 divided by y minus 4 times y plus 3. And you can simplify y minus 2 and minus 6. -2 times -6, 12. -2 plus -6, -8. And divide by y minus 4 times y plus 3. Good. So we simplify this. And this is equals to 0. When it's equal to 0, first of all, we have to make some restrictions. The denominator equals to 0. I continue with that. This fraction should equals to 0 when numerator equals to 0, not denominator. For denominator, we have restriction. Either y minus 2 equals to 0, y equals to 2, or y equals to 6. And what is y? This equals to square root of x. And this equals to square root of x. What else you to find? What is solution of this equation? What solution of this? Well, I take different color. How to find square root of x? Both parts with the second part. I got 4 equals to x, or 36 equals to x. So we have two answers, either 4 or 36. If you look at multiple choice, this is 4, 36. And this restriction does not, we don't apply this because these different roots. So we have this kind of equation. It's combination irrationality with rational equation. And sometimes we have, for quadratic formulas, we have biquadratic equation when you have everything even power, and this is fourth degree equation. The same substitution. You have fourth degree equation, you write b, let's say x to the second equals to t. After that, you have quadratic equation and consider all different cases. Who understand this 100% right now? Okay. I believe your basic foundation becomes much stronger, but definitely look into your score, frankly speaking, not impressive score, not impressive. But many of you improve. What are you gonna do? I wanted today to explain different topic, but since still you have difficulties, I will give you more enhanced stuff for this one I sent you today, right? And based on your questions and my suggestion of AI, you get some materials from us. Okay. I will not give you from now any topics which we do not cover, right? I want to explain after that we're going to do. It would be more durable. 28. Redo notebook, whatever I did here again. Redo mistakes. Redo T10. You have to do automatically. I tell you secret. Sometimes when I'm writing, I think even about something else, about different my invention or something, because this is not for thinking. Redo chapter 9, this one, up to 14, which explains. Redo set 8. Redo set 8, which I explained today. You get another tip 11. Tip 11 today. I give you continuation of chapter 9 extra. What is extra? It's set of questions based on this explanation. Try to get your goal for yourself without any help. Try to get 95%. Evelyn, I wanted to help you, but it's a little bit difficult. I explain why. Can you check your questions? I believe you have a mistake in your question. And send us again. I don't remember what is it, but I wanted to look through, but they have some mistakes. Check if it's the same. Some problem possible to solve. Check, send us, and next time I will help you with this, okay? Because I wanted to check this doesn't work. Tip 11, number 7, students. In addition, I have meeting in 10 minutes. Next is, I give you chapter 9. Extra. Plus, I think I give you some extra stuff related to what we studied today. I give you some extra stuff. And manager will send it today. And everything check today. After my meeting, I try to look through it. But be sure that you don't need anything. I start with one problem, see it has no solutions. Yeah, I told you. From this, I'm not asking new problems. Problem you send me does not work. I explain. I don't remember what is it, how I check problem works or not. Give example. If it's like in mechanics, if you study the static and defined system, you can build it, you can solve it. I can solve this one. I start with one problem, see that you miss something. Look at this, try to solve, find what you miss, and send me a try to help. So this is not enough information for them. If you can build problem, like, где у меня вот этот вот метр 100, блин. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, try to figure out the system. In order to solve, you're supposed to get enough information. Look at this. It was some geometrical questions, right? In order to solve triangle, you have to build this triangle. If you don't know where it's located, nobody in the world can solve this triangle. It's impossible. because it's not triangle, it's just flexible shape which not defined. So check it, please. Now, students, be more positive. Try to get next time improvement. I send you enough material because today we went through all this stuff. Who feel like you understand this today's topic? 100%. 100. Raise your hand. What about Theodore? What about Edel and Emily? Alexander? Key thing to redo this. Key thing. This must be redone. Good. You like painting, right? One of this picture, Impressionist. Malevich, black square. I'll show this black square in a few minutes. And everybody, have a nice evening. Be strong, be well. Enjoy math. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Doc.
Thank you. Have a good bye.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank
Malevich.
you.
See? Black